Welcome back, guys. We are now ready to put this inner door panel on. Now the first thing I'll show you what I've done. Get your window raised back up. Put some tape up there. Now if you remember, I had a little piece of tape on here holding this up. Thank you, Josie, I appreciate that. Okay, I think we got the dog calmed down. She was getting a little excited. Okay. Alright, let's get back over here. Now if you remember, I had a piece of tape on here to hold this here rod up. Now this rod right here, be very careful with this because it can easily break that little piece of nylon that this is attached to over here on the door lock assembly. Now what I've done is I've also taken and I sprayed this here rod down with some silicone spray. And I've also sprayed this here cable down with some silicone spray. You gotta remember this rod is moving back and forth. So in the process, this here rubber grommet, so you can slide easily back and forth. Same thing holds true for this one over here. So it'll move up and down pretty easy. Alright, now looking at the back of the panel, take note. We got two pins here, two locating pins. There's one right over here, there's one right over here. I'm going to try to get this thing situated so we can get this here pins located in these here holes here. Alright, first thing we want to do is I want to take this here, slide this here in there. And remember, you be very, very careful that you do not let this thing slide down too far. Alright, let's go ahead and get this joker slid back into this hole right here. Okay. And let me see if I can go ahead and get the grommet started. A little bit down on the bottom. Okay. Now guys, you probably ain't going to be able to see this. Shine the light a little bit. And I should have probably done this first, but go ahead and snap that connector for the door lock module. Okay. And then you can come back and get your rods on. You can still get to it, just probably a little bit easier if you do the snap the connector up in there first. First thing I want to do is I'm going to have to get this here cable situated and pass back through this here rubber boot that's over here on the other side. Alright, I'll give you guys some light so you can see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do, if you can see there's a bracket. If you go back and look at where I uninstalled it, you'll see what I'm doing here. And it is tight. Can you imagine trying to do all this while this here bracket is still attached up there? Okay. Now he's attached. Now I'm going to take these here connectors one at a time. We're going to pass them back through here. It doesn't matter which one you pass through first, just do one at a time. And I think I'm going to try this one right here. Alright, looks like we got one in there. Let's see if we can get this other one in there. Okay, now we got them both in there. Okay, now here's our little plastic retainer. It goes on just like that. Let's go ahead and slide him on there. Pass the connectors through. Alright, it's pretty easy to match up. The blue connector here goes to this other blue connector. Now the green and the black wire should be up at the top. So let me see if we can get that joker back up in there. Not a lot of room. Okay. All right, now this here top connector, blue wire here should be on the bottom. So let's put him in there, see if I can get him to line up. It is really, really tight here. Okay, now we're going to get this plastic retainer. I'm going to try to get him inserted over here. Okay, so I think the easiest might be to start on the back side. All right, let me go on the other side. Let me close it a little bit. Let me see the light. Yep, that looks pretty good. So let's go on the other side and take a look. Yep, feels good under there. Feels good there, underneath. Yep. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I got the rubber grommet. It's in place. Now the dowel pin, I'm going to go ahead and try to locate that. Then I've got one over here on this side, and that one's located. Now I'm just going to stick a bolt in here just to keep this thing kind of in place. Okay. Let's put another one right over here. Okay. Now this rod, okay, I should have passed this rod underneath there. Alright. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift this fastener out. And then I'm just going to pass him over. And let's see, he goes down. And I need to get him, without breaking this thing, get him back up in there, in this hole. Please don't break. Okay, so he goes like that. He goes like that. Alright. Let me go ahead and put this fastener back in. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to, I put all bolts in now. You should have a total of 8 bolts running around the perimeter. Okay, now Volkswagen wants us to snug up that bolt and that bolt. And now we're going to get ready. We're going to try this thing out before we go any further and putting the door, outer door panel on. Now what we want to do before we put all this here cover and bolt it back down, we want to make sure our electric door lock's going to work. This here rod will move back and forth. Okay, go ahead and give it a try. Alright, looks good to me. These here bolts are 71-inch bolts. Thank you, Josie. Let's make this, let's make Volkswagen proud of us. So I'm just going to use a torque wrench. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to catch you in the next shot when I get all of these done, alright? Alright, I'm getting ready to take the tape off now. What we're going to try to do here now is we're going to try to get this here window locked into the carrier down there. Now the carrier, the regulator should all the way be down at the bottom. And then we should be able to just tap the top of this and hopefully this thing will drop right in place. Woo! Okay, she's there. Okay. Alright, now we're going to give it a test. We're going to let this thing run up and let's see how it does. Okay, go ahead and raise it up. 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 Keep going. Alright. Bring it down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Okay, go back up again. Alright, one more time down. Alright, looks good to me. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to put this plug in. Everything's looking good so far. So let's go ahead and put this rubber plug in there. Seal that hole up. Oh yeah. Okay. There he goes. Now I'd be happy. Okay guys, there's one more step, and I forgot to show you this when we put the rear door lock assembly on. Now, even before you put this inner door panel on, once you get your rear door lock in and you get your handle hooked up, your cable hooked up to your handle, you should be able to just shut your door and you should be able to open it. Okay? So either way, you put the panel on now, or you can do it before. So I did it before, but I just forgot to show you guys that. So even at this point, before the door lock electrically is operated, you should be able to take this handle, like I said, open this here door. Right? Okay. All right, guys. I think we're going to close this video out, and the only thing we got left now is to put the outer door panel on. And hope you guys are enjoying the video series, and we got one more to go. And we'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take care.